And then Gomez comes up and he's like, "Here's my butthole. Behold. I've just used it 3 times."
I mean, I feel determined to get to
At least to the end of the island.
end of the island.
Okay. I don't think you'll have a problem. You've done 2/3 of it already.
Yeah. All right.
And that was just 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Do we have things to talk about for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
Do we have things to talk about the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
There's probably plenty to complain about.
Do you want to keep going? Do you want somebody to take over for you?
I'll just jump in and I want to finish off.
All right. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey.
To a bit of AJ is playing FOR Melusina.
Do you remember that
That
first
sounds
episode?
like a joke, but that is literally the name of the game.
Is it the name of the game?
Yes.
Yeah. That first episode?
Who is the mysterious Melusina?
Was it the mermaid?
I don't know.
It hasn't been determined yet.
Ah,
What the hell hit you?
you scared me.
We've
AJ.
only been spelling Sigi.
Yeah.
There's only... the only other named characters are the
It's the worst.
villains, question mark?
You're doing great, AJ.
The people that Sigi is apparently just running around murdering?
Oh, yeah, they're like
Blind John.
There's Blind John. There's, whoever was driving. Whoa.
What?
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 What was that?
That
don't
goblin
know.
didn't have a name. We
was
just
the
played
nameless
this.
goblin.
We don't remember.
Yeah, the goblin, he just said, "Oh, it's the steel horse."
Right.
He didn't call him by a name or anything. Or maybe that's the goblin's name.
Oh, maybe.
I'm Steel Horse.
You missed it. You missed it.
You missed it.
Oh, there you go. Got it that time.
So I'm going to date this episode a little bit, but we were just talking about the Steam nominations for Game of the Year. And I'm curious to know in 2022 what you guys thought was your
Dude, I haven't
favorite
played
game.
any games at all. Like,
Really?
I played a little bit of Pokemon, the new one that just came out.
Cult of the Lamb or
It's definitely not Cult of the Lamb.
Okay.
If that game worked, it might be a little bit up there.
Because you should have played it a lot.
I've seen a video of the weird glitches and things just zooming around randomly.
Like, holy shit, if that game could fucking stop like locking itself when I'm in the very last fucking dungeon. And every time I'm in that last dungeon, it just soft locks.
Is this auto scrolling?
And I have to like close it, and
No,
I can't play. I'm like, fuck it. I'm not gonna do it until it's patched.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's a French fryman.
French fry gremlin.
This is like the biggest chip pan ever. It belongs to Cole's Terrell.
Okay.
Whoever
Let's
that
fry
is.
him.
Is this Cole's Terrell? Are we looking at Cole's Terrell?
I think that's Frylock from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
That is definitely not Frylock.
It's
AJ, you're gonna get your shit pushed in.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But
But it's making me hungry. Oh no.
what the fuck else did I play? I finished Horizon Zero Dawn, the first game. So that can't be the game of this year.
No, I guess that doesn't qualify.
I barely touched any of the Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak DLC.
Okay.
But that's DLC. Would that count as game of the year?
Mm.
It's a lot of new content. It feels like a standalone.
And they released.
What?
Whoa!
That was a witch.
I just went for it.
Yeah.
You're lucky she didn't like clothesline you midair.
AJ, great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wow. And then
It's
just
just the
Yeah.
worst. It's so
It's so juvenile.
sorry, Rob.
It's like playing Games of Mary.
no.
So, Rob, you're saying but those are all Switch games. So, what about PC?
I played Horizon Zero Dawn on PC, but that's an older game.
Did you just murder a cat?
It's a
like
cat
an evil
demon.
cat.
It's a caracal.
Looks like it was real.
Caracals don't have horns.
They have silvery fur on their ears.
They have tippy ears, I know.
They do have tippy ears.
I don't know what
It's
other
like a
games
jump.
I played this year that came out this year.
Um,
I played the new Pokemons. I played the Sunbreak DLC.
hmm.
The Sunbreak DLC wasn't even this summer, though, right?
It was this year.
Was it this spring?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess that counts. But again, that's like DLC. It's not a new game. And Monster Hunter Rise came out on PC this year, too. They ported it over to PC.
Okay.
I really wish it had crossplay.
Dude, I wish it had crossplay so hard because I really wish Monster Hunter World was crossplay.
It was. They added it later.
Did they? Because I've been playing it I played that on PC to see if I wanted to get Rise before Rise came out.
Yeah.
And dude, Monster Hunter World got me into Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
I feel
Because
like
it was really fucking good.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't want to play it unless I could play with you guys.
I think crossplay should be like a given in those types of games from now on because it's a great way to market your game. Because
Yeah, I think it was a different team that was working on Rise at the same time that World was being... What do you call when a game comes
developed?
out? No, it wasn't just developed. Rise was still being worked on while people were able to play World.
But World was a Sony exclusive for so long.
Right.
And it came out to PC like 2 years after, I want to say.
Oh, right.
Was it that long?
And whereas Rise was always planned to be on PC along with the Switch, but Switch came first. But it was like closer.
Yeah, in development time. But what the fuck was it? We were talking about crossplay before. Like the reason I picked up World was for being able to play it with you guys.
Yeah.
And like I was thinking like, oh, of course it has crossplay because why wouldn't it? Almost everything is crossplay at this point. So I got it on Steam, I installed it, started playing it, made my character, and I was like, it's not fucking crossplay? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
In this day and age?
I mean, there's only really a couple instances where crossplay doesn't make sense of that, and that's like competitive PvP games where you have like people on console versus people on PC and like first-person shooters specifically.
Right.
Because the precision of a mouse is like 1,000 times better than that of an analog control stick.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I feel like it's just if you want to sell more copies of your games and everything's socially based now, like why wouldn't you?
And a lot of games are like monthly subscription based now too.
Yeah.
Like games as a service.
Right. So you want to keep them coming back.
Yeah.
One nice thing I'll say about Rise though is that I've always been able to find someone to play multiplayer with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
like the way it works where you just I'm go to the board, I pick the quest I want, and I just join someone's game.
Every Monster Hunter game, it's a hugely popular game. There's always people playing it.
Yeah.
You can go online and jump into a team hunt any hour of the day.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what part of the world you're in. You're going to be playing with people all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's not Monster Hunter World. Like
I guess on three on Try and on Try Ultimate.
Those were handhelds.
Well, no, on the Wii. And Wii and Wii U, I always had trouble connecting.
That's the thing, like...
That was the Wii.
That was probably
early.
That's true.
Early technology.
That's true.
We were talking earlier about trends we like and don't like within the video gaming like industry, and while I understand having like, multiplayer matchmaking games and stuff like that, there are certain games where I want to go back to them like years after I bought them, but the community has just died. So there's no one to play with. Like, and you can't solo your way through it. You just have to like,
what a shit run, AJ.
Deal with the fact that that game is basically dead. And that's upsetting. Like I've thought about that with Anthem, which for all intents and purposes wasn't a great game, but it had a pretty interesting loop, like gameplay loop. And I wanted to see where it would go, and unfortunately, like EA basically gave up on it after the first couple of years because they're just like,
I feel like EA gave up on that game after like the first 6 months.
Yeah,
they're like it wasn't immediately.
But they didn't.
Successful.
They didn't announce it that they were giving up until the like second year had come and gone because they just wanted to like ride that out for a little longer.
They really wanted to have the Destiny model for that game, and it just didn't work.
No, it didn't work because A, it was the second one, and B, because it wasn't as good as the Destiny franchise, and you can't pull that off if you're like a mediocre second.
Oh,
cool.
It's like,
what?
Wow.
Hey.
It's like everyone who tried to make an MMO after World of Warcraft and like, failed miserably.
Huh.
Although I am, now that we're talking about MMOs, I'm really looking forward to the one that Riot Games comes out with for the League of Legends universe.
Yeah.
You sound like
Thanks, Arcane, for making me care about League of Legends.
Dude, that fucking I didn't like that series at first. I've watched it like 3 times now.
Yeah,
it's so good
only
and it's
3?
So good to look at. Do you want to share what you've made?
I'll send you a picture, I suppose.
Oh, boss time.
Oh.
And I have a
Is it
crap
boss time
weapon.
already?
Yeah.
It sounds spooky.
It sounds familiar too, actually.
Is it because this game is a ripoff of?
Oh no!
It's
Hulk Hogan.
What?
Is that zombie Hulk Hogan?
It is, and the mermaid. For no
Potentially
discernible
Melusina.
reason.
Big fish.
Ivan Stinkup has captured my sweetie pie. We'll run past him whenever he jumps.
Okay.
It's like a tutorial.
Then
for each
shoot
thing.
him from behind. Repeat.
Wow.
Thanks for letting us
Wow.
figure that out, game.
Thanks.
These game mechanics are very varied.
And you have the worst weapon again. I don't believe it.
You gotta shoot him from behind, AJ.
Yeah.
Ah!
They just told
Ah.
you that.
How's that behind him though? It's just to the side of him.
Yeah, there's
Uh-oh.
no.
Oh,
That's
God. And again, I have the worst weapon.
Yeah. You have the weapon that does like no aiming.
And no damage.
I like how it's like, I'm throwing 3 or 4 knives at once into his body. It's the worst weapon.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, you've just been stabbed 80 times.
But they're very little knives.
I guess.
Speaking of weapons that like suck and make no sense, and this isn't just true of games, but when like a projectile weapon like a gun or like a laser weapon is weaker than like a hand-to-hand like melee weapon,
Oh, like
I'm
Call of Duty?
what's the logic of that?
I think that they just tried to make a dirty joke there. It was what he said was,
Love me, love my dog? What?
Isn't that what the other guy said too?
yeah.
No.
Well, I think it's only
I think-
Sigi that's talking.
I think it's Sigi.
And previously he said, Melusina, I'm coming to get you. It's like,
Yeah.
Wow, he's like
creeper.
one-shotting me.
That's not a phrase.
No, it's not a phrase.
That's not a thing
I
people
haven't
say.
eaten for donkey's years. Also, this poor mermaid doesn't seem to have arms, only boobs.
Yeah.
Love Me, Love My Dog is from Peter Shelley. It's a song,
Okay.
and it means if you love someone, you have to accept every part of them. So you gotta love somebody's dog if you look.
Yeah.
In this case, his dog is his farts.
Time to give them a bunch of 5s.
Okay. But I mean, this only should really come up if you're fighting zombie or Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. I mean,
He's only got 2 hearts left. I think you're fine.
No, I thought.
I still don't know when you're behind him. It's just like based on whether he takes damage. Or
I
not.
know. Oh,
When Hulk Hogan turns red.
oh yeah, I have like
He's
no.
taking damage.
There's like no iframes either.
Right.
That's a technical term.
So when he jumps, you have to run to the other side of him.
Yeah, but he keeps like pinning him in the corner.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Things exploding everywhere.
And then you just respawn in the same spot anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you could get stunlocked. Wow. Cheese boss!
That's frustrating.
Why is it not... Okay.
You gotta hit him in the
there was
head
some- Is that it?
or his torso.
Just hit him
'Cause
randomly.
it-
Just
like the
keep...
yeah. It's,
Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's no rhyme or reason.
she's got a point.
Wait a minute. Did his shirt just flip?
Nope.
Wasn't that hole on the other side?
Maybe
Does
that's
it
how
matter, Mary? I
You
don't know.
murdered the chippy already. He's asking, "Where's the chippy? I'm so hungry."
There you
You're
go.
in the middle of a
Now
giant
you're
battle.
behind him.
To the right.
Yeah,
behind
exactly.
Him.
Behind him to the right.
Yes. See the hole on his shirt
It
is
flips.
now on the left.
Yes, you're right.
So I have to.
So apparently, that is an indication of being behind him. But I still couldn't tell
Okay.
you exactly how. He's down to
It's
one
getting
heart,
really
AJ.
close here, AJ.
You got this.
AJ's down to 4
down
lives.
to the wire. You got him.
Well, I don't know. Phase 2.
I feel like the
No.
last 10 lives that you lost there were just getting him like 2 hearts down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, Melusina.
Well,
Now you won't be able to smell my farts anymore.
no, it's just plain silly. Can't believe I lost her again. Oh well. Off to weenies.
And so are we.
Was this the whole game?
Well done.
think
Your final
so.
score
You
is
did it.
62%.
That was the whole game.
Thank God.
This has been a bit of Sigi, the farting dude looking for a mermaid.
It's the name of the game.
So what's your final tally,
Yeah,
AJ? Would you
what's the
consider this a
verdict?
game of the year?
So this did come out in 2022. And as part of the Sigi franchise, which I am, a really big fan of, and playing this for about 30 years.
This is an offshoot of Monster Boy, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
This is the
spin-off.
Wonder Boy offshoot, and you guys can see just from the start, like the graphics, the music, the controls, the dialogue,
Top
the
notch.
pathos of the characters.
The original developer of Ghouls and Ghosts.
I think they got Bryan Cranston
Makai
to
Mura,
voice act
Mhm.
Siggy. So
Yeah. So,
no, he actually did
top
all the
marks,
groaning zombies.
okay.
Yeah, you're thinking of Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
top marks for me, and of course, Hollywood Hogan in there doing a cameo.
Right.
They always get big actors for these kinds of things.
Put on a
Guillermo
mocap-
del
put on a
Toro,
mocap
actually, not
suit.
Guillermo. Who did? Yeah, Guillermo del Toro and Kojima and Death Stranding, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Like this is very much of that vein.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think game of the year for me.
Okay.
Thanks everybody for joining us.
I'm gonna uninstall this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go burn my eyes.
Immediately.
Good
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've already seen the entire game, so unless they're planning to release DLC anytime soon.
Thanks for taking us on a journey, AJ.
I hate
Thanks
you
for
all.
forcing us to play it, Marianne.
Sorry, everybody.
Please put the gun down.
Bye. That was awful.
Stop that recording.
That was awful.
Well, AJ, I mean, just think, you just saved Jeff.
Yeah.
You're a good friend.
But will he even appreciate it?